Hey guys, what's up? A long time before we've had a video here on the Abeer and Animals channel. Today we are in Delhi and we are in Okhla Bird Sanctuary looking for some great birds. So let's hope we find some amazing creatures. We started with a ride in an e-rickshaw which didn't last long. First we saw a white-throated kingfisher enjoying itself. The white-throated kingfisher is a very beautiful bird and like all other kingfishers feeds on fish. It is found in most of India and the subcontinent. Next, we saw a cattle egret. Cattle egrets are among a very abundant birds in India. They are one of the most common water bird species found in India. And as their name suggests, they do have a symbiotic relationship with cattle. If you want, there is a video on symbiotic relationships in the description. This one was scratching itself. Happily. It looked a very nice. It was a very nice sight. Many egrets were sitting around this tree and walking around. This egret is flying happily and to business. Okhla Bird Sanctuary, however, used to have a Yamuna river filled. Unfortunately, now there's not much water. Over here, you have Glossy Ibises, and here, pin-tailed ducks, thousands of them, just swimming happily in the pond. Thousands of them. The pin-tailed ducks are resident birds to northern India and not found in southern India. Behind them were Pariah kites. Pariah kites are extremely abundant here in Okhla Bird Sanctuary. We will see lots more of them later into this video. The pin-tailed duck sight was unbelievable. Over here, there is an intermediate egret walking along happily, walking around happily, enjoying its evening. Next, we found jungle babblers, who were happily playing around in the last hours of the day for them. They were also probably feeding. Here there are Glossy Ibis who are feeding their last meal of the day. This jungle babbler just flew off and landed on a branch and out of sight. And over here, if you can see, Pariah kites are on the stump. It may not be very clear here, but there are. A whole family of jungle babblers lives on these trees. It is a nice sight to see these birds living in happiness. The Glossy Ibis were also accompanied by pond herons and intermediate egrets. They were all foraging for food without a care in the world. The pin-tailed ducks were swimming and on the move. Here you can see Pariah kites. Kites are abundant here. And they are sitting on these stumps on the ground, are flying about. They were the most abundant birds we could find in Okhla Bird Sanctuary. These two kites were near each other. However, they had no interest with each other, but they were still together. It was a nice sight to see, along with the pond herons and all the other kites in the background. It was a very pleasing sight to see these ibises. Here is a crow sitting on a branch on one tree. The ibises and egrets and kites and pond herons were extremely happy in the narrow stream of water. As you can see, Pariah kites are also perched on these stumps. A lot of them. They are huge and we've never seen them on the ground before. It's a rare sight, right, on a dried riverbed. This intermediate egret is scratching itself. Well, it's a very interesting view. It looks up for a second for signs of danger and then continues on. It's a nice sight to see. More crows were sitting and perched along with Pariah kites. And this is an intermediate egret, happily standing on the dried riverbed. And here, tons and tons of Pariah kites. Lots of egrets were happily on the shore of this small water body. These are cormorants and black-headed ibis, also known as white ibis. They are vulnerable species, rare here in Okhla Bird Sanctuary, especially the black-headed ibis. You can see a kite sitting on the electricity tower here. However, birds don't sit on the wire due to high electricity voltage. Here you can see a crow, and on the stump behind that, we decided to go to Okhla again, this time in the morning, to see what all we can find. And as we reached there, a cattle egret showed itself to us, just foraging for food. More in the next part of this video.